In this video training, I am going to show you how I write a blog post for a website. This one is going to be what we call a staple post or a pillar post. Not quite sure yet how long the length is going to be need. Now this one is for an affiliate product for pet insurance, and I have a cat site that is ranking on page 1 for many keywords. And one of the things we're doing now is we have almost 200 articles on it. You basically want around 360 to 500 articles, somewhere in that range. But we're now doing some monetization things on the website. One is we are creating an email list by giving away a free calendar that I designed. And then we are doing and we're going to sell an ebook on the site, and I just finished writing the ebook. I'm getting it reviewed by a veterinarian, so I want to make sure that I did everything right in there. And now I'm going to show you how we're going to write this pet insurance for your Siamese cat article by using ChatGPT and also understanding what the facts are. I know a lot about this niche. I highly recommend that if you're going to be writing articles, you do need to know about the niche. At least learn a lot about it so you can do your own fact checking. You have to have very good intuition. So just to let you know, ChatGPT is not going to take over a writer's job, because the writer's job is just going to evolve into a different way of writing, of being able to be more creative, to write better content, and also to make sure everything is factual and things like that. So because AIs are not perfect, they are learning modules, they're language learning models, and they get their information by what they get put into them. So it doesn't mean that everything that gets put into them is correct. A lot of the things that get put into them are opinionated. So needless to say, you always want to check everything. So let's go here. Two of the keywords. So what I did was I wanted to go and find some header. So my H1 header is going to be pet insurance for your Siamese cats, and I might change it to be a better title later, but for right now we can go ahead and use that one. Oops, sorry. I'll do that. We'll do the headers and everything later. So this one here we're going to turn into a header to a H2 tag, and same with this one. I'm just bolding them so we know where they are. And this is just here for let me put this above, or actually way down here, so I don't lose it. Let's get rid of it right there so we have something to work with. And so this is going to be, so what I do is I'm going to go to incognito window, signed out of Google, and go to google.com, and then I go into here and I'm going to start typing, and I'm going to write Siamese cat pet insurance. Okay, so still knows I'm in Utah. That's interesting. So Siamese cat pet insurance cost. So that could be a keyword that we want to use. So we're going to grab that. I'm going to take this and copy it and put it over here into my content, because this is going to be a word that I want to use somewhere in there. We'll go back to here. So that didn't give me any really good ones. So I'm going to do, let's do pet insurance for Siamese cats, and we will go ahead and click it. This time we can see all the competitors. We have our sponsored up here. This is an ad, another ad, another ad. Interesting why Forbes is doing ads. Oh, they're making money off of being a affiliate. Interesting. Another, this is a first organic one, another organic one, another organic one, another organic. And then we have, okay, this, how much is a purebred Siamese cat worth? Nothing to do with my topic right now. Our Siamese cat, nope, that's not good. This is not good. None of these are good. So they're not bringing me up with people also ask. So one of the things that it could be, let's go here, best pet insurance for cats. So they're probably not using a Siamese, they're probably using cats. So we can block that. We can take this and add that to these, and we can put that into the content somewhere, right? All right, so let's go back to Google for a minute. It looks like there's not a lot of search for the word Siamese itself. So I will have to put the word cat always in my title, in my body of the content, and not leave Siamese alone, which I never do because there's a Siamese fish too. So we don't want to get that mixed up. So I always follow the word Siamese with cat after. So that was we went down to the related. Yeah, so then we'll have they'll give you different names of different ones. All right, so that was some research that's good enough to start with. And then I'm going to go over here to my affiliate site, and I'm going to click on pet. And then what this does is it gives me a scoring of the best scores, rankings, how people like them. So the number one is Lemonade, then there's Wagmo, Figo, Pumpkin, Embrace, Trepanian, and best overall is Lemonade. So what we can do here is we will open this in a new tab, and let's go get the second one here. We'll empty this. This had the next best score, and then maybe we'll do this. I think this Pumpkin was a good one. Okay, so we'll open up 3 of them. We'll go to the favorite one, which is Lemonade, and here we can now. I'm not sure if ChatGPT is going to have this information, so what we're trying to do is get enough to do some prompts with ChatGPT, because their information is only up to 2021 and they can't get gated information. So I've already tried with some gated information, and if you have to log in and have a password, they're not going to know that information. So let's click on prices and see what they say about that. So they don't, so they're going to want me to get, I'm not sure if they're, yeah, see, they're gonna, let's just see. I'll go ahead and give her my information and see what happens. Whoops. They want my address. And I'm not going to give it. So, all right, that's not going to work. Let's go back to Lemonade. We don't want to check. Okay, so let's put pet. Instant everything. So it's talking about, I'm just trying to see how much information they have where you can actually see the information. Okay. We take a flat fee, pay claim super fast, and get back what's left to causes you care about. Doesn't really have a lot of information. That's the one not good thing. You know, they don't want to give you, and this is going to be a problem with writing the information, because right as soon as we do check our prices, we get taken back to this. So we're not getting a lot of information how this company works. Let's go to this one here. Nope, see again. So there's a lot of gated information, which is going to be a problem because ChatGPT is not going to be able to write it. Here's the next one, which is Pumpkin. Let's talk about cat insurance plans. Let's see if they have anything more than what the other sites had. They want you to do the free quote. Okay, so it's telling you a little bit over a cat. This is a very good saying. I'm going to grab this right here and have ChatGPT rewrite that, or I can rewrite that. That's a good one. That's a good little fact to know in there. So that's all right. So then they have a nice chart here. I'm not sure if ChatGPT will be able to figure this part out. Maybe in Jasper, I'd be able to take maybe pumpkin, lemonade. I know Embrace is another popular one, but that's not on my list. So pumpkin, lemonade, and then they don't have any others, do they? Oh, they have that Trupanian. So I could do lemonade and Trupanian maybe. Let's go back to here. Oh, they have Embrace. Okay, so we could do Embrace, Trupanian, and they didn't have lemonade, did they? And pumpkin, lemonade, Embrace. So that would be good to give 3 or 4. We can see if they would do that. So this is the first time I've tried this, so you're learning along just with me. But this is what I was saying in the beginning is you have to understand a little about the niche, but then also we need to know how to prompt engineer ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to a new chat and I'm going to type in I am a blogger who writes about Siamese cats, their health and wellness. I am writing a blog article comparing cat pet insurance plans from, and I'm going to say this now, Pumpkin, from these, well, we better tell them what those are, these pet insurance companies. And then I'm going to put in here Pumpkin, lemonade, Embrace, right? Embrace, and what was that last one? Trupanion. Okay, and Trupanion. I'm a blogger who writes about Siamese cats, their health and wellness. I'm writing a blog article comparing cat pet insurance plans from these pet. Please write an outline for this topic. So we can start with the outline and see, including keywords such as including the following keywords, and then we're just going to put keywords here of now we'll just do Siamese cat pet insurance. Please include these markdowns. Then we can put this one here. How much is pet insurance for Siamese cat? Is pet insurance worth it? Let's put that one. See if this will do it. We can put that there. Go back and get best pest insurance for cats. And then we'll just let it see what they do for her. Okay, so they're writing a lot of "it depends," and you'll see up there. So they are getting a little bit of information from each one of these companies, which is pretty good. All right, so this is a very short audit articles. Then we're going to do, what I want to do here is we want to look for, make sure it's factual. It's not too bad. I was thinking I'd like it to be, because I know what my tone is, and but this is a very factual post, so I'm not so worried about my story and my voice and all of that in this particular kind of an article. I like to help you decide which one may be the best for your Siamese cat. That's where I would put my affiliate link and tell them to, go to Swift to compare the plans side by side. And then let's see, can you put the company's comparison of the companies into a table. Oh, I should have, I didn't do my, oh, here we go. So here's a table that it's making. I think this is I don't think I'm in ChatGPT 4 either. Okay, so this is very good. All right, so that's how fast I could make a table, which is really good. All right, I really like this. So what I would do then is I would come over here and I would just copy it all. Now I'm going to do a video on how you can actually add ChatGPT right into your Google Docs, but I don't have that ready for you right now, or if I do, it's not going to be in this video, so you'll look and see where that is. So next thing I'm going to do is make sure you like my video, and I'm sorry I'm not in this video. It's really late at night, everybody's asleep. I couldn't turn all my lights on in my video area. Let's do copy and paste, but I wanted to get these out to you. So here, what I'm going to do is just underneath here, because I'm going to move all these things around, or have my VA actually do all this, but I wanted to show you, you know what, and I need to remove all that. Well, I'll have somebody else do that. They can remove all of this there, and then I want that table over here as well. So I want to grab that table, and I'm not sure, I've never done this. I've never copied a table from ChatGPT and put it into a Google Doc, so I'm not sure. Oh, it worked. How about that? So let me put the last thing. This is very important. We always want to do the disclaimers on anything that has to do with money and pricing and stuff like that. So that's super, super cool. And I don't use conclusions, so you'll watch another video where I do a blog article. You don't want to do conclusions because, first of all, that's not a good keyword, and secondly, it makes the reader know this is the end, and you want to lead them to your next article. So instead of conclusion, that's where you're going to put, if you want to know more information about such and such and things like that, then click here, and you're going to have your interlinking going on there as well as inside of the article, of course. So this is a really good start, and I'm going to go in and edit. Now what you do is you go in, I'll have my writers come in here. They're going to get rid of the formatting, and then they're going to retitle it because I want it to be my title. And then I want them to include this really cool information here, and then go through and we'll just beef it up with some more information. So one of the ways that we can do that, I'm afraid they're not going to have a lot more information about the companies themselves. We do have to write in there about the Swift, which is the affiliate company that I'm affiliated with for pet insurance, and we're going to need to make sure that we're incorporating that into the content. And then I want to also, something else I want to, of course, and then we're going to add images and we have the tables. We probably don't need an infograph, but we're going to want pictures and a video and different things like that, some quotes, and that's where we're going to do things like taking this and adding that into there as a quote. And then what we'll do is make sure we've got all our tags correctly done. I think this is pretty good. And then I'll put my author bio underneath there. You want that for EEAT, which I have a video on that. If you want to look in my description area of this video, you'll find links to my other videos, and one of them is about how are you going to establish EEAT for Google. So one of the ways is by making sure that you actually have your author buyer underneath each one of your articles. And there's some debate out there whether it should be the little widget that's a block under there in WordPress, or if you should actually have the content itself without that. So and then you want to make sure you do schema markup on it as an author. So this is really good. We want to get it more meaty. It's a little bit too thin. So let's try this here. Let's take this paragraph. Yeah, so Siamese cats tend to have different health concerns. So that's, let's take this one here. And, or actually, let me just go, I have a better idea. So let's go over here. And it's going to remember our conversation so far. So I'm going to say, can you please expand on this paragraph? Let's see if they can expand on this. Okay, I don't like that. Like as previous mentioned, that doesn't sound like the kind of way I speak. So can you please rewrite okay, this I like a lot better. And then what I'm going to do when it's all done, including our writing that we put in it, then we'll take it all and we'll go into originality, AI originality, and we will make sure that we get a high human score, which I like to see. I know a lot of people say 50% and above is higher. I like to get to the 80s and 90s. So I'm going to put that in there and see. I have a link below for my affiliate link to the AI Originator site. It's I put $20 in there like 2 months ago, and it's not even anywhere near used up. So it's used on credits, and you can do a lot. The way that the credits get eaten up in AI Originator is by Originator AI, however you say that, is by let's look here, is through the plagiarism check. So you can use Grammarly or another place to check for your plagiarism, and then use originality.ai for that, for checking for getting your AI score. So this is that my Jasper? Is that my originality? Hold on. I think this is originality. I think we might even, yeah, originality.ai. I could just paste it right here and it'll do it right here, right into Google Documents. So I don't have to go over to Originality to do it. So that's pretty cool too. And then I can also click, because I have it as an extension. You can put it as an extension right in your Google Docs. So this is much better. Do you see how I'm doing this? So I think that's, so I'm going to take this. I like this. Oh, and let's put that over here. And I can just keep writing like this, but since I have writers, I am going to have them do a lot of this for me. I like it. So we will do that, and then we have to go in and incorporate all of my, you know what? Let's just do it for the fun of it. Let's go ahead. I have so many credits on here. So let's just see what the score is before we we'll go ahead and put that in there, even though we're not going to have the conclusion. I'll just paste it all there, and then we'll scan it. Oh, look at that, original 58, AI 42, not too bad. So after I add our own stuff to it, the score will go up to 80 to 90. So this will be really good. That's perfect. So anyway, that's a quick way to use ChatGPT with a more difficult kind of topic that doesn't have a lot of information on the internet about it. Remember, the more that you feed, you'll see my prompts, right? The more that you feed it, the better the content was going to be. Now, the content would have been really bad had I not put in like the names of the companies, things like that. Okay, so this is great. And you can expand on each one of these paragraphs as well. That's how you do it. So like my video, make sure you've subscribed to my channel and watch the other videos that are helping you to blog and get your website ranked on Google and all of that great SEO and all of that good stuff, delegating your tasks, outsourcing. I cover all of this productivity topics with you and business strategies for marketing and growing your business. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next video.